Hello and welcome to the Purdue RAs Live video training series presented to you by the Training and Development team. This video will discuss the steps to write an incident report. You will have access to Maxient through either SharePoint or another location provided by your leading staff members. Maxient is the site that collects IR information. You will either have a direct link or access to a PDF document that contains the link within it. You will start writing your incident report by filling out some items about yourself and about the incident in general. After filling out the top 4 lines, consider the following items about the incident: the nature of the report, the urgency of the report, the date, time, and location, and the specific location. The nature of this report should reflect what you feel makes the most sense given the incident. Anything that does not fit the latter 3 should be a general conduct concern incident. Drug-related incidents should include any form of drug use, but not include alcohol, which would be a general conduct or concern. Crisis-related incidents would involve serious mental or physical student encounters, especially those which may need immediate attention like suicide ideation. This could also include situations where a group or individual needs emergency medical attention. Weapons-related incidents should deal with serious weapons issues, but should not be simple items like a Nerf gun. Firearms, knives, explosives, swords, switchblades, combat weapons, etc. could fall into this category. If you are unsure, ask someone else. It is important to label these correctly due to routing rules. General conduct concern items go to the AC of the hall the IR was filed for. All others will go directly through Lisa Heinold, who handles student conduct issues of more serious scales. You don't want a crisis situation labeled as general conduct concern because it will be routed incorrectly and will take longer to reach the proper personnel. Urgency of this report should reflect how fast this report should be seen by an administrator. For a serious violation, critical should be selected, and in all other cases, normal. After collecting information from individuals confronted for any situation, copy that information here for your report. For non-students, place information in appropriate blanks, like a driver's license number in the PUID slot. If you have a database or spreadsheet with student information for your hall, use that to fill out as much of the form as possible to help administrators. There should be no hyphen in the PUID, and please make sure that students' names are spelled correctly so that if information on a student is limited, it is easier to find them in the system if a search is necessary. You can then add another person by clicking the button if you need to. Next, choose all appropriate reasons that you are filing this report. Please be thorough with the different options provided. If you're writing a memo IR or a follow-up IR, check URNA. Now you will describe the incident you witnessed in 2 sections. First, you will give a brief overview statement that includes the most relevant and general information about the event to make it recognizable. Here are some examples for the 1-sentence description. An Earhart resident was transported to the hospital after they were found unconscious in the Earhart main lobby Thursday night. Follow-up to an 11/5/13 event involving a roommate conflict in room 610. Resident documented for disrespectful behavior to a staff member during late rounds after they were asked to be quiet. These reports can be merged with previous or related ones, so it is important to include memo or follow-up in this 1-line description if applicable to help the administrator attending to your IR. Next, you will write the narrative in the larger box that details all of the events of the incident. Here are some things to keep in mind in the narrative. You should check and recheck your spelling and grammar. The most important reason for spelling and grammar to be in check is because in a serious situation, your IR can be used in a court of law and must be presented in the way that it was submitted. Edits are possible by your administrator, but they must then fix a number of things to help make it appropriate, which should not be where they are spending their time. When referencing involved parties, the first time anyone is mentioned in the narrative include prefix, first name, and last name. Then simply use last names to refer to involved parties, unless you need more descriptors if 2 people are related or share the same last name. For example, RA Tyler Smith was on rounds and noticed resident Brandon Miller hitting a golf ball in the hallway. Smith then discussed with Miller why he needed to stop immediately. The narrative is to be written in the 3rd person. For example, Jackson went to talk with Miller about the noise issue, or Sterling responded to opening his fridge, revealing a wine bottle. Report on events and facts. Avoid opinions or suspicions and continually discussing yourself in the narrative. You can indirectly discern opinions, such as cooperation, by detailing what happened during the incident. Instead of saying, Jackson was not cooperative when asked to turn down his music, use facts of the interaction like, Jackson was asked 3 separate times before he finally turned down the music. This displays the reaction from the involved parties without sharing opinion. Your administrator can now discern that they were not cooperative. Please include details in the narrative. Don't write a novel here, but please do include all appropriate details that help with the situation. Items that would be great to include are, but not limited to, how did you become aware of the situation? What actions did you take? What actions did other staff take? What follow-up did you perform? Examples could be specific alcohol containers or brands, how long it took to get into the room, times that events occurred, how loud something was, others that were affected, or why a room was thought to be suspicious. There are further details that must be provided in your incident report. These questions should be self-explanatory, but they are extremely important and should be filled out correctly. They can help a specific incident be seen by an administrator faster, or help an IR move along faster if necessary. Lastly, include any relevant documents to share with the file uploader. Before you can finally submit, you must type in the random code generated by Maxient. This is to prove that you are human and not a computer bot automatically filling in information. You have likely seen these on other sites in the past, and they serve the same purpose here.